It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. Just About Outside radio show, live on the air, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on 2 Thursdays in a row, let me add. And as always, you got Mark. And as always, oh my God, what was that? I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I was moving around and I sat down and my seat was burning. Property of John Harbaugh. I'm sorry. As always, you got Mark, you got Keisha. Keisha, how's it going? I am not that good of an actor.
No, you got me with that one, because I was legit like, what the hell is Mark talking about? That was great, man. That was great. What's up, y'all? What's going on outside it? Man, I swear to God, Mark be challenging me for funny host of the day. You know, like every show, man.
I've been thinking about this one for days, too, let me tell you.
If you could have saw my face when you kind of yelped or whatever, I was like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, man, but just like DMX said, it's dark and hell is hot. And I'm just telling you, the heat is coming down on them Ravens. But we'll get to that in a minute. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. You know what we do and how we do. Share that link, share that love. It is Thursday night, and, you know, I saw something on social media today that, you know, I thought that we could kind of open up and talk about because, you know, it's pretty significant. You know, I saw a meme on one of those sports pages or whatever, and it said that October is the best month of the sports year. Okay. Yeah, and I'm just going to do the little rundown. You've got the WNBA Finals. You've got the MLB wild card. And, of course, you've got college football. The hockey season has started up. In a week and a half, or maybe 2 weeks, the NBA season will start up. So it's just like you got all of these pieces, you know, running around, and if you're a fan of all sports, man, it's just something great to watch every night.
Yeah, it was the sports solstice happened twice a year. Yeah, so, you know, we're going to try to go over a few things as much as we can tonight, the time that we have together. So let's get it popping. First things first, what's going on around town? We have a home game. Ravens has a home game. We'll talk more about the actual matchup later on in the show, but you all know that when there's a home game, Jimmy's Famous, big restaurant here, very popular restaurant here in the 410. They have the biggest rolling tailgate, but they call it tailgoat because for real, it legit is the greatest tailgate that I've ever been to in my life. They're hands down. I mean, they do it up so big. But so the tailgate is going down, and you know, they managed to get some pretty good acts to come through and some star appearances. They do a great job, and this weekend will be no different. We take on the Texans, and that is Sunday, 1:00 game, I believe. So we'll be getting at it early with Jimmy's. And this week's special guest will be Ja Rule. Ja Rule.
Like, yes, Ja Rule. Wait, what I mean without you? You know.
Now, when you say special guest, special musical guest, or?
No. Actually, and this is actually the cool part. Like, dude, we don't necessarily need to hear your songs, honestly. But uh, he is a special guest bartender.
What?
He will be serving drinks and turning up the energy. So yes, if you come through to Jimmy's Tailgate, you can get a craft cocktail from the JABO this weekend, man. And I think it's so cool because, you know, athletes and former athletes, entertainers and whatnot, they kind of use Jimmy's to kind of, I guess, stretch their wings, if you will. Because I remember in the past, they had Shaq, special guest DJ.
Yep.
You know, and I think, you know, I think that is really cool, and what really puts, you know, this tailgate over the top, because, you know, it's not just about the drinking and the eating. Like, you know, these special appearances, that's that added bonus. And they're also going to have a DJ set by group. They're twin brothers. They're called MC4D. I've never heard of them, for real. But the photo ops and the autograph session this week will be with Super Bowl champ Brandon Williams. I remember him.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
Yeah, which is that's cool. And you know, the cool thing about when the Ravens players, or when they have like a special celebrity guest, yo, they just it's not like they're in one designated area and you got a line and you got to wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how things are like a normal setup or like a booth or something like that? Oh, no. That's not how they get down at Jimmy's. All this, you know, guest athletes, celebrities, yo, they are constantly walking around the tailgate, like through the crowd.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they taking pictures with you. They taking shots with you. Yes, you might have to look at two big-ass bodyguards, you know, for some of them. Because I can't remember for the life of me, because I drank a whole lot last week. But I remember whoever the guest Raven was last week, it had two big bodyguards. And I was like, damn, there's definitely nothing happening to this. This already big, you know, even though he's a former football player, yo, it's still big. Like, this already big guy. Like, if you were to try anything, you must not value your life, you know. But, yeah, so, you know, it's really cool to watch, you know, to watch them walk around and mingle with the crowd. And, you know, as many times as I've been out there, you know, everybody has been, like, super chill. You know, they, even with all the alcohol and everything that's going on, like, I've never seen an incident or somebody be like an asshole to the celebrities.
Yeah.
You know, everybody is pretty respectful of, you know, just I like to say time and space. You know, if they're talking to somebody, they just, you know, stand by politely and wait for them to finish up and say, hey, you know, can I get a picture? And they're always, of course, they're gonna oblige you, you know. But you know, I always thought that was pretty cool too, how intimate the setup is there at Jimmy's. I mean, it's, you know, I'll keep saying it every time we talk about it. You gotta experience it at least once. And this weekend is going to be pretty cool. Yeah, I said that Ja Rule's going to be the guest bartender. He's going to be serving his botanical rye whiskey. It's called Amber and Opal. So, you know, all our whiskey drinkers, look, Ja Rule's got something for you. Come through. It's going to be super cool. Yeah.
A botanical rye whiskey.
Yeah, I said to myself, I'm going to have to use the Google on that shit, because I don't even know. Sound like a whole lot going on there.
Right.
So, you know, it is what it is. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to tasting that shit, okay?
Hell yeah. I like a good whiskey, so yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and last weekend, they had the, which was like a throwback to college, my days at Frostburg, they had the shots that you could take through a block of ice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I posted a video on my social media,
I think you
and
did, yeah.
that was whiskey. Those were shots of whiskey too, and it was a peanut butter whiskey. And man, I usually don't get, you know,
Yeah.
I don't get into, you know me. I don't really get into those kind of flavored alcohols.
Yeah.
Too heavy. But I'm telling you what, I had like four shots. I came back to that block 4 times. Okay, which contributed to me hanging out with Lions fans at the end of the damn game. But,
Hey, there is something about peanut butter that goes with whiskey. I don't know why, but it works.
yeah, I was very skeptical. But I hit that joint one time. I'm like, you know what? This ain't half bad. And it just got better and better every time.
I'm sure it did.
Of course. Yeah, man. So, yeah, looking forward to hooking up with Ja and seeing what that's all about. Yeah, come on, meet me outside. I'll be out there. Second thing, really quickly, we are going to talk about some, DMV hometown heroes. Okay, we've talked about the WNBA a lot. We've talked about the Mystics and our All-Stars. I made it a point to go out to Indianapolis this summer to support them, and their success continues, man. Sonia Citron and Kiki Ariafin were 2 of the 5 members named to the WNBA's All-Rookie team.
Nice.
Okay. I believe first time that a team has had a duo on the squad, which is extra awesome, and it's just a cap, a nice bang, a nice little bow on the end of just a fantastic season for both girls, man, and I just can't wait to see the level of maturity that they will bring in their second season.
Yeah.
I mean, those 2 girls, I really didn't know a whole hell of a lot, especially about Sonia Citron, about them prior to them coming to the Mystics. But Mark, I got to tell you, man, they nailed it when they drafted these 2.
Yeah.
They really nailed it. I think I remember when we were originally talking about the draft. I know we discussed Kiki, but I don't even think Sonia was on our radar. I want to say we had like a different guard that we were looking at.
Yeah.
God dang it, I can't remember her name right now.
I remember getting her name from like different websites, like predicting the draft, but I didn't know anything about her. So yeah.
And they both showed up and showed out, man. Extremely proud of them, and like I said, there could be hella good things to come from that duo, and I pray to God that they keep those 2 together as the core of the Mystics for as long as they can, man, because I do believe that they can get some success. That second team that kind of closed out the season, they were all fairly young, but God damn it, I was loving their energy. They got some pretty good wins, and they had a lot of fight, and it just gives you something to look forward to for next season with the Mystics.
Hell yeah.
All right, super cool. Now, let's see what time we do. A quick time check to see where we are.
Now,
Okay.
You're talking about a little bit of a WNBA there.
Yeah.
And Harry pops up. He's in the comments on YouTube. Says, "I'm just glad the Dallas Wings fired Chris Coquelins, also known as Timu, Jesus, and Man Bun."
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I don't know too much about the guy. A lot of people act like he's a douche. I don't know. But I will say, when you are handling one of the best players in the league, you better come with it.
Right.
They want to see some results.
Yeah.
And if you ain't gonna cut it, then they show you the door. You know, so hey, and thanks for checking in, Harry, and love the comment, because we're gonna keep it WNBA in this next little portion of the game. Yo, it was like the 2025 ether. Okay, and if you guys do not know what I'm talking about, I am talking about Napheesa Collier's statement on the WNBA and its commissioner, Kathy Engelbert. Well, when I tell you the ether, let me just, for some of our younger listeners who may not know, back in the day, Jay-Z and Nas had a beef, had a little rap beef, you know, tore the hip-hop community apart. Because you had to pick sides. You know, and Nas dropped this album, man. It's called Ether, and it just had this insane beat, and to everybody's astonishment, just cooked Jay-Z. I mean, absolutely shredded him to pieces, and you know, at the time, Jay-Z was the God in C. Yeah. But everybody refers to when somebody gets on the mic and cooks. I mean, stands on business and goes all in, goes for the jugular, goes for the throat, no holds barred. They always make a reference to the ether.
Yeah.
And good God Almighty, I'm telling you, Napheesa Collier went in. And when I say went in, I mean, I was watching. Did you get a chance to take a look at the statement?
I did read part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a couple days though.
Yeah.
I know during her exit interview for the season though.
Yeah, but my mouth just dropped open, and it was only because I had no idea.
Right.
She had it in her. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the thing. It came from nowhere to everyone. Like, wow.
Yes. And just, and you know, like Kid said, just stood on business. And seriously, her facial expression, I mean, it was literally gangster. And it's, you know, what's so crazy, that girl had a boot on her leg. You know, and she went hard. Okay, I mean, she basically voiced her displeasures not only with the league, but with the league commissioner, Kathy Engelbert. You guys can definitely Google it, YouTube it. I'm not going to go into the actual details of quotes and things like that. I'm just going to give you the gist. You know, she basically put them on notice and challenged them in the worst way ever. And it is my understanding, Mark, that I believe Napheesa is the president of the Players Association.
I think I did see that somewhere.
Yeah. Which makes it extra hard, okay? Yeah. Like, for her to be representing all the players elected by the players at that. Put that in there.
Yeah. And
just to speak for, you know, the lack of leadership, that she said we have the best, and I'm quoting her because, you know, why not? We have the best league, and we have the best league in the world, and we have the worst leadership. You know, I mean, just really cooked them. Had quotes, you know, from unsavory. I'll just say unsavory quotes from Kathy Engelbert, and like seriously, I don't even understand how this woman is even showing her face out in public right now.
Right.
I mean, it was really tough. But you know, it's I believe in the near future they got a CBA, collective bargaining agreement.
Yep.
Boy, that's going to be some interesting. I mean, it's just going to.
I mean,
you know,
if Kathy wants to prove herself, like that's where she's got to do it right there, the CBA.
Yep, she gonna have to, and that was like really like the genius of it, right? Yeah. Like, dude, and you know the timing is just great because, oh man, I have so been enjoying this postseason. we talked about the drama last week. I mean, the drama did not stop. Did it, Mark?
No, I mean, I think we're being spoiled recently with just such really good postseasons on all leagues.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes. I agree with you. And the last what we ended up with is, an unlikely matchup. I don't think that there were a lot of people out here that saw this coming, but we do have the Las Vegas Aces versus the Phoenix Mercury. And, I think we could be in for a good series.
Yeah.
Phoenix Mercury have been scrappy as hell. Yes, that last game versus the versus the Lynx ended a little crazy.
Yeah.
The last two games, I guess I should say. But they most definitely earned the right to be there. And it's just gonna be fun to see. It's gonna be fun to see.
Yeah, I think like when you look at it on paper, you're like, oh, the Aces, like they've been there 4 out of the last 5 years, and we all know their accolades. But the Mercury, like 2/3 of the way through the season, they weren't even qualified for the playoffs. So you're kind of like, does this team get lucky to get there? But you watch those games with the Lynx, it's like, no, this team is for real.
Yeah, I'm about to say, please do not sleep on them. Yeah. Okay, please.
And my home state.
Go ahead.
My home state. I got to go for maybe a changing of the guard this year. Sorry, Jana.
Yeah. Hey, and gosh, my heart hates it. But that is a strong possibility, man.
Yeah.
That is a strong possibility. And I'll tell you what, if Phoenix can jump out and take that first game, holy crap. We'd have to really talk about things next week.
Right.
Next week. Because I believe the first game is...
tomorrow.
First game's tomorrow. Yeah, second game will either be Sunday or Monday.
Sunday.
It's Sunday?
Yep. And game 3 is Wednesday. So if we're on again next Thursday, we'll have 3 games under our belt by then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. God willing. That's good. Good things. Yeah, so, that's what it is with the WNBA. Let's keep it moving. We're like checking down the list. Let's talk baseball. Yes, wild card series on and popping. Detroit Tigers win today. They outlast the Cleveland Guardians. So they are set to take on the Seattle Mariners. Ooh, that might actually be a nice matchup between 2 blue-collar teams. One West Coast, one, I don't know, Detroit. Is that like Midwest?
Yeah, Midwest.
Midwest East. MWE, whatever. Yeah. So, but, really, 2 gritty blue-collar teams. That sounds like a lot of fun to me. And tonight at 8 o'clock, we have the dramatic conclusion between the Red Sox and the Yankees. I'm going to tell you right now, Mark, I have no idea who is going to win this game. And I almost want to say that it's going to be the Red Sox because they just look like, I don't know, they got a little bit more going on. I mean, it's going to be tough to beat because they're in New York.
Yeah.
But I do think that they got the cojones to do it.
No, I agree. And let me throw this little stat at you because I know you like stats.
Sure.
Since they've expanded the wild card to what it is now back in 2022, the team that wins the first game has won the series of every single wild card series.
Wow.
Yep.
The Red Sox won the first game.
Red Sox won the first game. And the
shit.
Cubs Padres is in the 7th, but Cubs got a good lead there, 3-0. So
I was going to say I'm scrolling down the brackets. Winner between Boston and New York, they faced Toronto Blue Jays. Moving on down to the National League. Small wonder Dodgers sweep this series against the Cincinnati Reds. Oh, good D. We know this matchup well. Dodgers and Phillies on the next round. Oh, my goodness. That's going to be delicious as well. And what we got going on right now, yeah, like Mark said, Cubs have a chokehold. Looks to be like a chokehold on this game. We're in the bottom of the seventh, looking to advance against the San Diego Padres. And lying in wait is the Milwaukee Brewers. So, Cubs-Brewers matchup might be nice. Aren't they divisionaires?
I think they are, yeah.
Let me take, yes, NL Central babies. So, oh my goodness, that would be, pretty sweet too. Pretty sweet. MLB playoffs are, if you like baseball and if you're one of those fans that waits until, end of September / October to start watching, you're in for a treat,
Yeah, what was that first game to kick off the wild card? The Tigers and the Guardians?
Yes.
And let me tell you, what was it, 3 p.m. that game starts? I clicked it on. It's wild card, whatever. Just I'm finishing up work. But you could just sense the energy already. Like, these playoffs, it's going to be wild, I have a feeling.
Yeah. And, I would say outside of, I think, maybe one game between the Dodgers and the Reds, which was like a blowout, most of the games have been pretty close.
Right.
And a lot of the games, you had a team holding 1-0 for like 4 or 5 innings.
Pitchers going deep.
Yeah, just really kick-ass pitching, and that's good. I think that's pretty good for the sport.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, we look forward to watching the rest of that unfold this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's get to the main event tonight. Really quickly, we're going to talk Thursday night football. We have a tale of 2 3-and-1ers. One's legit, one isn't. Just like to tell you that right now. We have the San Francisco 49ers on the road to take on the LA Rams. And this is just my opinion. I'd love to get your thoughts on this, Mark. But like I said, one's legit, one is legit, and one isn't. The 49ers, they're 3-1, but you squeaked past Arizona. You won that game by 1 point. You only beat New Orleans by 5.
Yeah.
That is not impressive because everybody's been beating the absolute hell out of New Orleans Saints.
Right.
Okay, and you squeaked past the Seattle Seahawks by 4 points. And then you turn around last week and you lose to the damn Jacksonville Jaguars. What in the entire... I was very disappointed in that.
Yeah, and last week was Brock Purdy's return from turf toe.
Yes.
And Mac Jones is starting again this week. So
yes.
Mac Jones has started more games this season than Brock Purdy, and we're only in week 5.
Yeah, yeah. Mac Jones is definitely on deck for today.
Yeah,
tonight, I should say.
I forget the receiver that's out for 49ers. 49ers got injuries, and they better be glad they got to 3-1 real quick because they're gonna need a few weeks to recover and have a chance in hell of making the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you got the Rams, and then you got the Tampa Bay Bucks. You got some tough matchups coming through. And yeah, I mean, Jesus, the Ravens sure could have benefited from a 3-1 start. I mean, but we'll get to them in we'll get to them in a minute. Let's just look at the other side of the ball, okay? The LA Rams. I think this team is a little more tried and true, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. You fought out a 5-point win over the Houston Texans. Okay, that to me that's pretty respectable. You did what you were supposed to do. You took care of business against the Tennessee Titans. 14-point ass whipping. You lose by 1 touchdown to the Philadelphia Eagles. Not bad. Okay, I mean, yeah, you took the L, but you were in there for a minute, a good minute. So I followed that game. And you got the dub over a pretty good defense. I think I talked last week about Indianapolis's defense. And you got the dub against the Colts by 1 touchdown score. So yeah, in my personal opinion, I think they're a little more battle tested, a little more tried and true. I don't know about you, Mark. What are you expecting from today's game? I mean, the odds are pretty high. Yeah, man. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Let's see. What are the odds?
We've got oh, goodness gracious. So the odds opened up. The Rams opened at 3.5. They are now at 8.5. Good God Almighty! I guess when they figured when they found out my man Mac was suiting back up, they said, "Oh hell no." Yeah. So Rams minus 8.5. Over under at 43.5.
Oh man. My question. I don't think a single 49ers game has been closer than 5 points. Let's see, 4, 5, 1, 5. Yeah, and Mac Jones has quarterbacked the majority of those games, or half of them at least.
Yeah.
I think on paper you look at that 8.5 points, and the injuries the 49ers have, and you say, okay, I'll take that. I'm going to say actually go for 49ers on that because
Yeah, I mean that's just too high. I was going to say outsiders if you want an easy money pick, you want to tease it down to, I don't know, anywhere between 5.5 and 6.5. Sure.
Yeah.
But that 8.5, that's funky. I have a feeling the dogs are going to be barking tonight as well, Mark.
Yeah.
You have any other thoughts on the matchup?
I think it's going to be a not necessarily a runaway, but not in question that the Rams take this one.
Yeah.
I just hope for a good game.
What do you think about those total points? It's 43.5. I kind of want to say under. I don't know, Mac Jones just ain't it.
Yeah, they won't be a scoring machine at that rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say under also.
Yeah, we agree. All right, I love when we lock in. There you go. Those are the picks for tonight. I am definitely, Matthew Stafford has been playing some pretty solid ball. Okay, 8 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. Pretty efficient, pretty solid. Puka Nacua is doing his thing, and the Rams are looking good. And then the running back Williams, Kyron Williams, he's been pretty effective as well. And I think that this game will be like one of those games that is like, how can I put it? A practice, like a live practice. And it's like, you get to, it's like a practice, you get to try out things. You might want to try something out that you've been thinking about or been cooking up, and you want to see it in real time. I I feel like it's going to be like one of those games, for the Rams, because I do not see, even though we said go less than 8.5 on the points, I don't see San Francisco putting up too much of a fight.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. Those are our picks for tonight. Really quickly before we end our show, talking about the Ravens, because I know after I finish talking about the Ravens, I'm going to have a major fucking attitude. I'll end it on that note. I ain't going to want to talk about anything else. Any other easy money picks? Anything that jumped out to you while you were looking at the schedule for this week, Mark?
Nothing I can think of right off the bat.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that Philly is only a 3.5 favorite over the Broncos.
Okay.
So I'd say definitely take the spread for Philly on that.
What about this Dallas Cowboys? 2.5 points over the Jets.
Oof, man.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, because even though the Jets are 0-4, I feel like they've played a little bit better than that record shows. Just because the quality of competition. And I'd almost take the Jets on that. They might get their first win.
Word. Something that's kind of interesting. And I think this will be a pretty good game. That Buccaneers Seahawks 4:00 game.
Ooh.
And I gotta take a look at the injury report, because I'm a little shocked to see that the Seattle Seahawks are 3.5 point favorites.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing I see here is Baker Mayfield being questionable.
Huh.
That's the only thing that I can really see. Let's see what else. Bucky Irvin is also listed as questionable, running back. He's been doing pretty well. Mike Evans is out with a hamstring. His estimated return is not till next week. I don't think I knew that.
Huh.
Okay, outsiders, you know what? That one stinks like crap. Stay away. Stay away. Gosh, man. I'm looking at these matchups and these. Ugh. Another one that stinks. Lions Bengals. Lions minus 10.5. What the hell?
Right.
That's a lot of points, Jack. I don't know. I think with Vegas and the betting, if you're somebody that bets on the football like every week, that every season there is at least 1 week. There might even be 2 or 3 weeks where everything just goes wrong.
Yeah.
And it looks like it might be this week for real. Because all of these, oh my gosh, all of these matchups in relation to the odds is just, ugh.
And they're all like really close, 2.5, 1.5.
Yeah. If you get a win this weekend, it's gonna be hard fought, Jack. That's for sure. For sure.
Harry says, take anyone that's playing against the Titans. Tennessee might be the worst team in the league. Well, the Titans are playing the Cardinals, who are 2-2, and Arizona's 7.5 point favorite.
Yeah, I don't like that. Honestly, I don't like it at all. Dude. Chargers and Commanders. Chargers minus 2.5. No, I don't like that.
And that's really, it's at home, so that's kind of understandable. But Jaden Daniels is cleared and he's coming back. So what's going on there?
Man, even Monday night, Kansas City and the Jags. Kansas City minus 3.5. I know Vegas is licking their chops because guess what? The Ravens got y'all fooled. Boy, the Ravens definitely don't be counting on Kansas City that played the Ravens. Don't like that one either. Man. I can't wait till we get to next week's show so we can talk about these outcomes, man.
Right.
Because it's like I got damn near 75% of this list circled. Oh, man. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the last thing. We got to do it. God, I put it off as long as I could. But it's about 7:43, and Thursday Night Football's about to start up, so let's go ahead and get it done.
So,
oh, gosh, the Baltimore Ravens.
As we start
go ahead.
As we start this, do you have access to your computer? Can you see the screen?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me oh, man. Let me scroll down. Yes, okay, I am pulling it up here. Got access to the screen.
Okay, so randomly, I mean, we already knew what we were going to be talking about today, but randomly today in my memories, I came across like an old Facebook post exactly 3 years ago, to the day, October 2nd, 2022. Baltimore learned nothing from the Miami game.
Oh, God.
Played absolute beast first half, scoring points, making huge plays, taking the ball away. Second half just rolled over and stopped the intensity. That's a coaching issue. 3 years to the day. And what are we talking about?
That is funny, but also very sad. You know, I don't want to spend too much time talking about what we saw on Sunday because, I mean, we all know that it was hot garbage, right?
Yeah.
It was crazy. You know, one of my takeaways with that game, which this is like kind of a factor into our next topic in regards to the Ravens. I have never seen, and I'd like to hear your comments on this as well, Mark. I have never seen Lamar Jackson that mad on the sideline.
I mean, I've seen him mad. I don't know. I'm not going to say never, but rarely does he ever show that much emotion.
Yeah. I mean, I was really trying to think because, yes, we've seen him stomp the ground or shout or something like that. But, You know, I mean, he was intense. I mean, it was really intense. It was like seeing Derrick Henry kind of have a crash out tantrum was one thing, but to see Lamar that way was just like, oh, you know, you had an oh shit moment.
Yep.
You know, and why am I talking about this? Why am I saying that this factors into, man? John Harbaugh, as Mark alluded to in the beginning of the show, he is most definitely has to be on the hot seat. Okay? And, you know, you know me, and you know at the show, we love a good conspiracy theory. Right? So, hear me out on this, Mark.
Oh, okay? Wow. Let me get comfortable because I have a feeling this is going to be good.
Hear me out on this.
Okay.
Lamar is at his absolute zero tolerance level with the coaching.
Okay.
And you know, I'm going to say the whole coaching as a whole. Okay? But we all know John Harbaugh is at the very root, at the very core of this. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes out of the game, doesn't want to go back in the game. Okay, fine, that's fine. You're getting your ass whipped. It's not worth it. I understand. Ooh, yeah. Right? We all leave that game saying, damn, we took a real L. Okay? How many of us was shocked, the next day, 2-3 days down the road, when this announcement that Lamar is going to be out 2 to 3 weeks?
Did they say 2 to 3 weeks already?
Yes. Now, Jana sent me something, I think like 2 days ago. She sent me something to my phone, and I was like, oh my God. Angie, my phone just started blowing up because everybody wanted my opinion on this, and that's why I wanted to share it tonight. Now, check this out, right? Lamar supposedly is out. He's definitely out this week because he's on my fantasy team, and he's showing up with 0 points. He's got the D. I think that means disabled or whatever.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks, okay? We have 2 opponents. We have the Houston Texans and the LA Rams in the next 2 weeks. Did you know what happens after that, yo?
The bye.
A bye week. How did I know that? I remember asshole Tony Romo saying it, just me being disgusted, but, I did listen to that, and my spidey senses went off. So when I saw this 2 to 3 weeks, I immediately went, Tony Romo was in my head. Like, Baltimore has bye week in 2 weeks, and, they'll have a chance to reset. Yo, listen to me. We all know that Biscotti and Harbaugh, they like butt buddies. They all intertwined in the families and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay? And everybody was saying this thing about, he's never going to fire him. He's never going to let him go because they're like family, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yo, in my opinion, the Ravens cannot beat the Rams and the Texans without Lamar Jackson. What is his name? Cooper Rush?
Cooper Rush.
Is not it. Okay? Not it. Maybe if you want to play the Tennessee Titans, sure. So let's take it a step further. I am seriously looking at 2 more L's. You get 2 more L's. We are sitting at 1-5. You can legit fire his behind a 1-5 start with no hard feelings. That's just my little conspiracy theory. It may be crazy, it may sound crazy or whatever, but I swear to God, if this thing plays out, I'm going to be Negro Domus of the Year.
Wow.
What do you think about that, man? It'd be the perfect time to fire him. You got 2 weeks till your next game.
But when do you fire him? At the end of the season or like at the bye?
No, after that, after this 1-5 start, after the Rams game, we lose these next 2. Boom, you're fired. Bring somebody else in. You got 2 weeks to try to right this ship and start that second half of the season off on a good note. It's not like we haven't fired coaches in the middle of the season before.
Oh no, head coaches no, but like Cam Cameron, he was gone, which actually kind of makes me wonder if Cam was really the problem back then.
Exactly. One of my points, we have gone through multiple defensive coordinators. Now, granted, some were better than others. I feel like my man Orr is struggling, but in regards to offense,
yeah. And we always have the guys that are like esteemed, and then like when they get here, they just can't do anything.
What is going on with this offensive unit is an atrocity. Because when you look at it on paper, it is supposed to work, and it's not. Whose fault is that? It's the coach's fault, dude.
I want to highlight something Harry said.
Sure.
He says, hopefully Lamar doesn't come back until after the bye, and hopefully Harbaugh will prove how incompetent he is and will be fired at the end of the season.
He takes the end of the season. I am telling you, I really want to put this. I'm putting a stamp on it. You heard it here first.
I kind of like had the same thought he did earlier in the week, like, I just hope Lamar doesn't get back until after the bye. Like, let him rest that
Yeah.
because of groin. Like, you want that thing fully healed because once you come back, if it's not even a little bit, then you're gonna mess yourself up again. Sorry, I had to take a drink.
Yeah, no problem.
And actually, I just saw that Kyle Hamilton is on the injured, not the IR, but isn't practicing and could be injured.
IL is that what it is?
No, not like he's definitely going to miss the game on Sunday. Just
okay.
Did not practice, questionable.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
I mean, that's another big hit. Hamilton was all over the field last week, even in that loss. Like his name was called every damn play. And man, I see a lot of these groups here on Facebook. We've talked about them in the past and everything. You've talked about wanting Harbaugh gone for long before I ever got on board. It took me a while, but the last couple of years, I'm finally like, okay, yeah. And then, like, what was it, 2 years ago? We had an 0-3 start, and then, we ended up going to, like, the AFC Championship game that season. It's like, what the hell? Like, I think a 1-5 start, they still don't fire.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys, we aren't going to do that shit this year, okay?
People are already comparing it to the 2012 season. Oh, this happened. Are
you kidding? Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, God bless you because you're out of your effing mind. I have heard that argument too. I was shocked when one of my homeboys said that to my face.
What?
And this was last Thursday. Yeah, we were at a little setup. And he's like, such and such, Super Bowl season. And I looked at him like, have we been watching the same Ravens?
Did you laugh back in his face?
Yes. I was like, man, are you crazy? Are you actually watching with your own two eyes? Like, you see what's happening?
Now what I see in all these Facebook groups and everything is everyone's coming for Todd Monken. And it's like, yeah, Monken's the play caller for offense.
Yeah, no.
But he does it at that, what John Harbaugh says the game plan is. Overall, he's the head coach. He's the end-all, be-all.
Sure.
He's
Yeah.
If he didn't have some say in the offensive plays, he wouldn't be the head coach.
Yeah.
I mean...
And you know what? You can tell when John Harbaugh has a stink all up on the offense because it'd be clear as day.
Yeah.
First thing's the inconsistencies. Like, you do one thing in one situation and do the exact do some head scratching shit in the next situation.
Well, like Tony Romo and his partner, I can't remember the guy's name. They were talking during the game, and there was like a 3rd and 2 or whatever, and they didn't send Henry in. And they were like, "Oh, why wouldn't you send Derrick Henry in?" And they were kind of clowning on the Ravens for that. But really, we don't know, the reasons why they do things. And yes, it's questionable. Yeah. But if they know they're going to pass, why don't you just put Justice Hill in and have someone that gives you a better chance in receiving the ball or blocking on that line? Things are strategy. We get that. But that's still going to be the John Harbaugh decision. And I don't see him being fired after the bye. But if he makes it past the end of this year, I'd be very surprised. I mean, we still have, 12 games to watch them make some miraculous turnaround and win the Super Bowl. And then we'd be like, damn, another year, John Harbaugh. And in years past, I was even the guy that was like, yeah, but if not John Harbaugh, then who? Well, where's Antonio Pierce? He did really good with the Raiders when he was interim head coach. They didn't hire his ass. Hire Antonio Pierce right there. I would love to see him take over as head coach.
That's a thought.
If you fire Harbaugh middle of the season, what are they going to do? Just promote Monken to interim head coach, and then he'll be gone at the end of the year when they hire someone else. So you don't want that too much turnover. That the you want consistency on the offense.
Yeah, sure, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. Only time will tell.
Yeah.
And I mean, do we want to do the odds thing with this matchup?
Well, I saw that Texans are like 2.5 point favorite. And that's in Baltimore. That sucks.
Yeah. Oh man, this is.
And the Texans couldn't even get a win until was it the Titans that they beat? Like just the Titans?
Yeah.
Nah. Even with Cooper Rush, we should win that game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Total,
All right, we'll see.
Total points 41.5. I'm just gonna say go under right away, even that low score.
Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely say go under. Definitely say go under. All right, we got any other thoughts for tonight? Any real on wrestling?
No real on wrestling. Harry just commented, said Chuck Pagano would be the interim coach. Huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for
Well, that's
a while
interesting.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so no real on wrestling?
No real on wrestling.
Okay. No worries. All right. Well, we're going to cut it off, and it's perfect timing because it's about 8 o'clock. Ready for some Thursday night football. We end this show. Baltimore, spread love, yo. Thank you for tuning in to us on this beautiful evening here in 410. Tonight is the closing of an era. Jazzy Summer Nights, which is also known as First Thursdays here in Baltimore, that went down downtown. Free concert. Well, it started off free, but then it started charging and all of this stuff. But they've been jamming for 20 years now, and tonight will be I believe, the last go at it. They completely shut down Fayette Street. Down by 83, so they're I believe it's down by like the War Memorial, and everybody and their mama will be out there. So,
wow.
Except for me, I won't be. I'm gonna watch this football game. So there you have it. Give hugs, give love, everybody be safe. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. I'm Keisha, and as always, on the other end of the line is my favorite slice of pizza, Mark, and we are just a bit outside. Y'all have a great weekend.